You gotta give it up. 6 o'clock on the dot, I'm here. Like I told you I would be. What's going on, world? Your man, Mr. Mac. Thank you for tuning in to the 6 p.m. nightly live. Welcome to the mechanism. To the nightly mechanism. To the 6 p.m. mechanism. Well, one of those. I'll figure it out. Listen, you see the topic. You know we give it up here for a good time, not a long time. Do me a solid. Hit those likes, hit the shares. Let's build this community the way it's supposed to be. And yeah, right into it. LaRussell, going through a little bit of a headache because he spoke on Lil Wayne. And I see a lot of people getting at him about that. A lot of the conversation seems to be that he doesn't have the right to speak on Lil Wayne. He doesn't have the chops, he doesn't have the years, he doesn't have the work. But does he need all of that to speak on an artist that he claims influenced him? Can he do that? Is that okay? That's the question. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. He can speak on Lil Wayne, and he has to take what comes with speaking on Lil Wayne. He has to take the backlash that comes from Lil Wayne fans. He has to take in all shapes, forms, and fashions, like whether they're fellow artists, whether they're just out and out creatives, whether they're business executives, whether they're journalists, or just plain old fashioned talking heads. Yes, he can speak on Lil Wayne. And yes, you open yourself up to levels of scrutiny, maybe undeserved, but you asked for it. And I happen to fuck with LaRussell in a very real way. I really fuck with bro. I like what he's doing. I like the way he's doing it. Do I think the judgment that he's giving Lil Wayne is fair? Even if it's not fair, it's honest. What up, what up, what up? Salute to the room. 6 o'clock sharp. Now we give it up. Give me those thumbs up. Hit me with the thumbs up, hit me with the likes, hit me with the shares. But 6 o'clock, we in here every night getting it popping, all right? I never understood why people want to play their music with no headphones walking down the block. If you need theme music that bad, put some damn headphones in. That shit is annoying. God forbid you got bad taste in music. Now we all got to suffer behind that shit. But I digress. Lil Wayne, LaRussell. Two artists who stand on very different sides of the spectrum of the culture. Very different sides. You know, one of the reasons I started rapping, 100, you give a lot of game. I'm one of the reasons you started rapping? Me specifically, or Lil Wayne and LaRussell? I need you to clarify that, please. Shouldn't even be a discussion if people understand the context. It was always going to be a discussion. There was no way around it. See, that's the issue. That's what comes with speaking on people, period. Somebody who's deciding to take it the way they take it doesn't have to allow for your context before they decide to start talking. It could also be argued that the context that LaRussell put this discussion in, the context he used when discussing Lil Wayne in the first place, is shaky, is inaccurate. To put Lil Wayne in a body he's never been in, to put him in discussions he's never entered. I don't know if that's fair. You should hold that kind of light to the artists who do that. And then you can judge how well they've delivered said message. You can weigh that against your own ability to deliver said message, assuming you have one. But I don't think anybody's ever going to Lil Wayne looking for anything more than entertainment. And if you did, I would argue that may be your fault and not his. I don't know if you were supposed to go to Lil Wayne for guidance. I don't know if you were supposed to seek guidance from a rapper, period. But I don't think you were supposed to take social cues from Lil Wayne or societal social cues from Lil Wayne. I'm not sure that's where you were supposed to go. I've never heard him referred to as anyone's role model. And yes, that's kind of a cop-out, because we all have people who are listening to us. You meant me. I'm one of the reasons you started rapping. Well, God bless. God bless. Thank you. Now you know what that means. I need you to be dope. If you're gonna run around telling people that, I need you to be dope. Please don't, please. Sorry about that. No rest for the best. But yeah, man, this is something I'm going to get into a little later on. I'm making this a Monday. I'm going to post that up in a bit when I have a chance to sit down and really order my thoughts. But that'll be up tonight. But the Lil Wayne, LaRussell thing, why I think it's fair is because I don't see him doing any kind of revisionist history. He's just speaking from his personal experience as a Lil Wayne fan, and that's fair. And but once you become an artist, you open yourself up to equal scrutiny. Once I stopped being paid to critique other rappers' art, I stopped doing it. Especially publicly. I knocked that shit off. Who am I to tell his fans what to like and what not to like, or how I judge the artist who they're enjoying? Who am I to do that? At all. I knocked it off. And that was before I ever touched the mic to freestyle. Once I was no longer being paid to critique an artist, I didn't do it anymore. That's exactly the Russell's point, though, that Lil Wayne never had any substance in his bars. Entertaining bars with a lot of good punchlines and metaphors, but substance, no, and that's okay. Okay, you're right. My thing is, no one asked you to point that out. No one asked you to point that out. No one asked you to point out what this rapper is missing from your point of view. Especially when we're talking about I don't know how long Lil Wayne has been at, a 20 plus year career? A 30-year career? Did he start in the 90s? No, he started in the a 20 plus year career. Bro, no one asked you. No one asked you. And it's not like Lil Wayne ever told you that's what he was going to be doing and then dropped the ball. He didn't tell you he was going to be that kind of rapper and then decided to not be that kind of rapper once he had that audience. That's not what happened. So now this is happening. A lot of dope bars that were very entertaining to people who like dope bars. He talked about drugs a lot. He talked about coochie a lot. He talked about money a lot. If those are the three things that motivated you, ladies and gentlemen, behold your goat. If not, you didn't check for him anyway. You were never listening. Maybe you listened for 2 out of 3 of those things, or 1 out of 3 of those things, but you really wasn't checking for Lil Wayne. Now, if somebody asked you why you weren't checking for Lil Wayne, then that's a legitimate answer. But as an artist, nobody asked you. So we are in a space where one can't make an observation or have critique of a fellow rapper. You can. It doesn't come scot-free though. You can say whatever you want, but so can they. And here's the other question. Why would you want to? That's something you should ask yourself too. Is it super destructive is it destructive and harmful to the culture and the community? Probably not the best thing in the world. It's probably fast food. You know what I mean? It's probably fast food. And he has a right to do it. But he shouldn't expect to just say it and have nothing happen. You're talking about somebody's favorite. Here comes the results of that. Here comes the critique. Context matters. Watch the whole clip. These references there. He spoke on his growth and realization. Yeah, I get that. But if he wasn't ready for the backlash, you know what would have been the smart thing to do? Not say anything at all. Not say anything at all. Or say it, get it off your chest. And now we can all process it. I don't think there's a villain in this story. I don't think there's anything wrong in what's happening. I just think the whole thing is so polarized that somebody moved too far in one direction or the other, from one side or the other, and it just turns into a clusterfuck. I just think we need to learn to navigate these spaces a little better because a lot of them are brand new. And that's cool too. Not a big deal. We just gonna, maybe we just map out how this goes moving forward. And it's all good. But let me know what y'all think. Hit the likes, please, people, hit the likes. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. I'm gonna go back in and dissect this a little further on Mechanism Monday. Check for that later tonight. Post it on IG first, YouTube second. But pull up wherever you like. In the meantime, hit the likes, hit the shares. Let's keep this community growing and glowing, because I love the conversation I'm getting from y'all in here. I don't know who LaRussell is, bro. That's not a flex. Go check him out. He's doing some things. I understand why you're saying it like that, but this isn't a fame thing. This is a merit thing. Go check him out. He's worthy of a listener to. You might not like him, you might, but go check him out. In the meantime, in between time, I'll see y'all later on tonight on Mechanism Monday. All right? Be safe.